Hello and welcome to Life App. This is another great opportunity to share information with you. So this video you see is me traveling from Jasper to Calgary. Yeah, it was a very nice scene on the road. Canada is very beautiful, very nice everywhere that you go. But just as I'm saying, it's very nice everywhere. That doesn't mean 100%. There are some places that are not nice, but most of the places are very beautiful. And then you love to travel there. So, visiting Canada is something that will interest everybody because you have so many things to do. Like, think of anything. Canada is very big and so many places to go or things to do. So this is just a trip. So just watch my trip. It's very short video. See some of the beautiful places that you could see. This was in summertime. That is 2023 summer. Maybe this summer coming, I may travel through because I was moving from traveling from BC to Alberta. Then the journey was very long, and there's just a section of it. It's a section of it. This road that you see there, before you even get on this stretch, you have to pay for the toll booths. I'll put it that way. You have to pay for the toll booths before you get on this stretch. It's because you're going to pass some beautiful places. So, yeah, it's crazy. You have to pay. So, just as you watch, let me tell you about moving to Canada. So, moving to Canada could be easy, and then at the same time, it could be very tough, depending on how you want to do it, and then the process that you have to go through. There are so many pathways that you can use to travel to Canada, to migrate to Canada. But the first thing I would say is before you travel to Canada, even not Canada, but any other country, make sure you are very prepared. Prepare yourself very well. Very well. If you don't have any certification or qualification, you have to look out for the route that you use. And then if you have a qualification, certification, you have to look out there for the right route. If you don't have a qualification, the best route is for you to visit, to use visiting visa to enter the country. That doesn't mean if you have qualification, you cannot use visiting visa to enter. You can, but without any qualification, the visiting visa will be the best because the other route you will not qualify. You will not qualify. So you use visiting visa to enter the country, and then whilst you're in the country, you will be able to manage your way through and then switch to other visa categories. So those without qualification, if I say without qualification, I mean you don't even have a high school degree. Or even if you have a high school degree, it is not like you do not pass well, then you can't use it to further your education or you can't use it to take an employment. Because even here, those who are citizens here, before you could be employed in many of the job, many, I'm using the word many, you have to get your high school diploma. That's how they call it here. High school diploma first. Those without high school diploma, they manage to get into some of the jobs, but they are not paid well. They are not paid well. So If you don't have any degree or any certification, use visiting route to enter the country. But if you have a certification, then there are so many opportunities for you. School was number one on the list, but still I'll put it number one on the list because for that one, it's if you and it's easy for you to get your visa. You don't go through a lot of stress, and then you don't need much um certification, and this you just apply to the school, and if you're admitted, the only difficult part is now because of the cap that came, and then the proof of fund that has been raised high, but that is something that you can work around it to move on with it to move on with it. Aside that, if you want to work if you want to work if you are not if you're a professional, then you should be a degree holder, because if you're not a degree holder, um, your chances of being employed here as an international applicant is very low. If you're not a degree holder, if you're a professional, you have to be a degree holder, and then you have to be satisfied in your profession. Because over here most of the professional works are certified. So like if you're a teacher, you need to get certification just as is in your home country. If you're a nurse, you need to get certification. If you're an accountant, if you're a doctor, you need to get those certification. I'm not talking about the degree. I'm not talking about like completing your degree. You still need to be satisfied. And even you are satisfied in your home country, you still have to be satisfied over here in Canada before you can work. But if you are experienced, your degree is good, you are satisfied, most of the institutions, I mean, most of the works will hire you and then ask you to get the certification. So you try to get your certification whilst you work over here. So if you don't have a degree, don't look at the professional works, because you have one chance of being employed if you don't have a degree. I'm using if you don't have a degree, but there are some skills work. That one, if you don't have a degree, you can still apply to the skill works. The skill works you can apply to if you don't have a degree. A degree. But applying to the job outside Canada, it's a bit tricky because you have to take your time and do your research well. Not all employers would like to hire somebody outside Canada. Not all employers would like to hire somebody outside Canada. Even if you're in Canada here, the fact that you are not a Canadian, not all employers will want to hire you. So it's the same thing. Not all employers will want to hire somebody who is not in Canada. Is not in Canada. So do your research well and make sure that the employer that you are applying to is one that hire people from outside Canada. People from outside Canada. And then apply as many as you can. Apply as many as you can, because you don't know which of them will call you. So don't say I've applied for one employment, I'm waiting to get a response, and then if you don't get a positive response, you apply as many, do all the interviews if they call you, and then choose from the one that you want to do. And then one other thing that you need to know is most of the employers do not know much about the immigration process. So if you're someone who want to travel to Canada, you have to learn this. Go to the immigration website, read about all the immigration process, learn about it. And then if you get an employer who does not know what to do, you'll be the one to guide. Using a consultant is also very important, but it's costly. So if you have money, you can use the consultant, but because they know much about all the immigration process. You know that it's not everything that is on their website. It's not everything. And then they have done a lot of applications and they have the experience. They know how things go. So it's very important you use a consultant. I'm not talking about the agents in Ghana and other countries, because for them, what they do, you can even do better than what they do. What they do if you read. But I'm talking about the consultants here in Canada. But it's expensive to use them. And I know that they are not going to do any fake documentation for you. You have to bring your genuine documentation. So what I'd advise is you can just do consultation with them. Instead of you asking them to do your application, you can pay little and then you do consultation. You pay little and then you do consultation with them and ask them. They'll help you, they'll tell you everything that you need to do. Then you pay them for just a 2 hours, 1 hour consultation. They guide you with it. So Canada is wide open for everybody, but you just have to know the right way to use, like the right route to use. Because if you don't use the right one, and then if you make any mistake in your application, you will be rejected. So make sure you know what you are doing. If you don't know, ask, and then people will guide you with it, or they'll help you with it. It is something not easy, but if you perceive, you'll be able to get it done very easy. The PMP is there, express entry also there, but all these are for people who have degree. There are the PMP. If you don't have a degree and you are a skilled worker, you could still get into some of them. And look at the provinces too. Most of the provinces, almost all of them, have some route that you can use to enter the country. If you speak French or you know some French, then you can look into Quebec. Quebec have so many routes for French seekers. French seekers. If you're a teacher, it's easy to get satisfied here from your home country. You can do that. After you get your certification, then it becomes easier for you to get a job over here. The French Express entry, I've not dived into it very well, but it seems it is easier than the regular Express entry. So if you have some knowledge of French, you can speak and write French, you can take the French language test and then you can try that one. You can try that one. When it comes to the school, I did a video yesterday telling you the allocation to all the provinces. So you can watch that video and then you know which province you have to apply your school to. Yeah, the winter is over now, not fully over. Now we are in positives. I don't think it's going to go back to negative. Snows are melting away. So we're looking forward for the spring to come and then the summer to just come. Yeah, we hope this time we have more time to help you with all information that you will need. So don't go away, stay tuned with us, watch our videos, ask your questions. We'll do our best to help you. Things are becoming tougher every day, with the immigration issue. I just read that Quebec now threatening the federal government to, like, I think the complaint is they are getting too much immigrants, and then they don't want that. So they want to take control of their immigration issue. They want to take control and they are pushing hard. I don't know what the outcome will be, whether it's going to be positive or negative, but I think if they get that, it will affect those who don't speak French, because they want the French to still stay and stand strong in the country. So they want French people to come there instead of anybody coming there, and then the federal government thing brings people who don't speak French, because they are, I think one of the things they raise is the fear of losing French, especially in Montreal. They want the French to dominate, but it seems a lot of immigrants coming in are not francophone, and then they fear that that will lose. So this is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the road. It was very nice. Continue to be with Life App. Like our videos, share it, and subscribe if you have not. See you next time with another beautiful video. Thanks for watching. Bye.